Our next story today, because we're talking about 100,000 Ukrainians that could be kicked out of the UK. So let's break this down. Around 100,000 Ukrainian refugees who managed to flee the war might be forced out of Britain after their visas expired in 2025. Now, weeks after the war between Ukraine and Russia began, UK's Home Office, they launched two different schemes. Now, under these schemes, it promised homes for Ukraine and Ukrainian families. Now, both of these schemes, they promised 3-year visas to the Ukrainians who had to leave their homelands. Now, since these resettlement schemes were introduced, more than 182,000 Ukrainians have entered Britain by applying for these visas. Now, the first 6 months into the scheme, the majority of refugees arrived in the UK. Now, several politicians are now raising concerns over the lack of guidance that was available to these refugees who somehow managed to escape the war-torn nation and now here. Now, Sir Robert Buckland, the former Justice Secretary under Boris Johnson, he argued that the bespoke scheme that was particularly designed to address the urgent and alarming situation back in 2022 needs to be amended and discussed further. Buckland says that an adequate solution would grant these refugees Ukrainians a more permanent status and also stability in the UK, although not full citizenship. Now, according to a survey conducted by the Office for National Statistics, many Ukrainians have expressed their desire to remain in the UK on a long-term basis, even if the war between Moscow and Kyiv ends before their visas expire. Now, many Ukrainian towns and cities have gone through severe destruction and damage. This means that many of these refugees won't have a home to go back to, even if Kyiv emerges as the winner when the war ends.